Hey guys, Yilong Tattooing came out with a new ATS886 printer. This is the ATS886 RTP, and it's supposed to have a higher resolution. It's about $200, and I have a 15% coupon for you. So don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and keep watching. Let's do it. All right, let's open up this new RTP version of the 886. Don't forget, you can use code Floaty in the link in the description below to get your 15% off. I'm just gonna jiggle. Oh, yay, it actually worked. Sometimes I just jiggle and nothing happens. All right, we're in. Alrighty, there it is. Beautiful. It is a good looking printer, I will say that. Right away I noticed it looks a little different than the other ones. It has this rounded edge on it. It's kind of cool. Alright, so first things first, we want to download that app, ATS886, at the App Store. So you can see it here. That's what it looks like. I'm just going to assume the paper goes in the same way. We're going to try it that way. Okay, Yilong sent us some of their own paper. All right, we're going to leave the yellow paper on. We're just going to take out this middle section. All right, in the last ATS886, it's white side up from the back. Let's turn it on though. Where's the on switch? Ba-ba. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There it is. All right. See how it feeds in here. Green light's on. So it wants to go. Everything is facing this way, so this looks correct. Okay, and it just kind of took that in where I assume it needs to be. I'm going to just go to my iPad here. I have the ATS886 already downloaded on my computer. This is supposed to be a pretty high resolution printer. I want to give it a challenge. There it is. So let's give it a try. Of course, we'd want to print it backwards, but we're going to do this forwards for the viewer today. We are in the middle setting here, so let's try that. And I assume it's connected, but let's double check that as well. Search device. Okay, it says ATS886 and it has the RTP, so that should be the new one then. Perfect. Okay, go back to that picture and print. Whoa! It was so fast I didn't even have time to move my computer. That's never happened before. We can, oh yeah, it printed on the wrong side. So, or because this was in here, it printed, no, I think it's white side down, right? If it printed, I've never seen it print on the yellow before. So. It really printed nicely though, even though it's on the yellow. Whoopsie. Okay, let's try that again. Check out this middle paper, super thick. Kind of like higher quality, I feel like, this paper, which is exciting. Let's see. So let's try that again. I did the white side up before, just assuming I had it right. We're gonna flip it over to the yellow side. Okay. Over here on the app, I gotta stay away from this thing. It prints so fast. Wow. That's super fast. So, and it's not like rushing through it, which gives me some reassurance that this is probably a higher resolution printing process that we're hearing. What's happening? No, we have to open it or something. Transfer ribbon was rolled out of the outlet with A4. Turn off power. Take off out transfer ribbon, turn A gear to rewind the loose ribbon. Yeah, that's that. There, gravity. Okay. All right, so we remove this transfer ribbon from the thermal printer because it has its own proprietary thermal paper inside of it. So now that we're getting this out of it, we're going to try that print again. Okay, we're going to take off the yellow again. Center bit. Okay, we're back on. Got the white side up. Okay, seems like it. It's got a hold paper, I think. Let's try it. Gonna connect over here. Nope. Okay, try that again. There we go. All right, it is out of the printer. Let's take a look. It did crop it up a little bit higher than my intention, but let's take a look at the details here. So I am really amazed with the details of the fabric here. I think that's where I wanted to test it. So I could actually see a little bit of the fabric texture in the image, which kind of makes a fun guideline when using your through round liner when you're going in and shading. I love seeing texture, so I can actually make out quite a bit of that stitching, which is super tiny in this image, so that's very cool. The earring is very detailed as well. I don't see any areas of like extra clumping, and I don't see any areas that are missing. So I think this is a very good print. Now this paper is their own paper. It is not Spirit paper. I would be curious to see how Spirit paper performs. Okay, I have both S8 and Spirit paper. S8 paper is the red paper that I have reviewed before. So both of those I have here, and I want to choose a new design, something a little more complicated. So I'm going to make a stencil out of this AI art that I have here that I've created. And it's just a crazy stencil. So I love that. High detail. I'm going to download that in my Tattoo Stencil app. Going over back to the printer, and let's get the paper going. Let's start with the Spirit paper. Okay, same preparation, of course, with the Spirit paper. So sometimes if it doesn't grab it, you just take it out. It'll sense it again, There you go. All right, very fast and easy. We're going to choose that fun design there. Just checking the cropping. Set that on the page. Okay. Print. I gotta move to the side because it's so fast. I don't want to have anything sitting on the printer when I'm printing, getting trapped. Well, it got jammed. Ooh, that looks crappy with the spirit paper. All right, here we go. We're gonna try with the yellow side up. See if that helps it print a little better. It's definitely feeding through better, so that's good. Definitely helped go through, but didn't let the heat go through, so didn't work. White side up, and I took the yellow off. If it doesn't get crumpled, then we're good. That's a challenge with this one so far, is just keeping it from getting crumply. Making sure it comes out the other side. Okay, so that time we were able to feed it through well. Let's see. Wow, look at that. All right, yeah, so the top of my image is intentionally like that. That's exactly how the reference image looks. I will say this is an amazing little print here. Let's show you the reference image again. Here it is. Print. Can't zoom in on that, sorry. But here you go. So it really picked up all the detail in that piece. It looks super saturated on the page. It seems like there's a lot of transfer ink on there. So far the spear paper didn't work as well. I couldn't really get a good print, but the Yilong paper is amazing. And now that I just perfected my insertion here, I got this amazing print, and wow, it looks really, really good. It's got so much detail to it. I would definitely use this on my client in the setting of a tattoo. I would even want to play around with the density. This is the middle density, so we have a little wiggle room there. I could even lighten the density a little bit just because it's so saturated. All right, so I have the Yilong paper again, which so far I've had the best results from. We'll try the spirit paper again here in a little bit. But here we go. We're going to load this again. And I'm just curious what happens if I open this with it loaded. Can I check it? Yeah, it looks pretty good right there. And yeah, it actually will feed it just a bit more too. Interesting. Okay, so we're just going to lower the density of the image. I'm curious to see how that paper performs at the lower density for that particular design. Okay, it got wrinkly obviously, but honestly the print looks amazing. It looks lower density than the last one. It's exactly what I need had I fed it better. So feeding this machine might be a little challenging, but once you get it in there, the resolution is amazing. So the S8 paper is very similar to Spirit paper, but we're going to try that out as well. Nice grab on it. Just checking the lines here. Trying to make sure that it looks like it's going to stay straight. It's pretty centered. All right, so now I'm going to print the same thing. Let's just go with the lower density since that was accurate for the other one. All right, printing on the S8 paper with this new ATS886. Let's try it out. Nothing. Okay, I don't think that's a density issue since there was nothing there, like nothing. So I can't quite get this printer to work unless I use their proprietary paper. One more try. We're gonna get the Spirit paper out again. I'm on the highest setting now for density on the Spirit paper, and I'm hoping that I have a picture this time. This is the last time because I don't want to waste too much Spirit paper. It's always where it gets trapped, like right there for some reason. Because it's not printing like the same way. There's something different about... Okay, there, it's starting to print on the paper. Okay. I think it's just a little tough to get through. Tricky. Yeah. Okay. All right, so at least we got a picture this time. That's good. So a lot of feeding issues, honestly, with this particular printer, but it is a very high resolution printer. I see why they do recommend using the paper that they sent. If you don't want to waste your Spirit paper, I recommend just using their paper if you're going to get this printer. All right, let's give this thing a real challenge. I've got this crazy AI portrait that I created in Midjourney. I'm just going to turn that into a stencil with a crazy amount of detail in it. All right, we have the ATS888 recommends that you use the Yilong paper. So we have the Yilong paper here. We're going to go to that lower density. It's quite a bit detailed here. This is definitely going to challenge it. I'd be very surprised if it nailed this. So let's try it. Definitely seems to feed through better with its own paper. Okay, looks very promising. Let's see. All right, there she is. Amazing. Wow. I wouldn't actually want to do this tattoo, to clarify. But this is a remarkable copy, if you can see to the right here. So there's some cropping things, stuff like that I might have to deal with, maybe putting it a little bit lower in the page so that the machine has a little bit of time to catch up at the top. That's very common in a lot of these machines. I'm not worried about that. The resolution is impeccable. It is very, very, very sharp. You have to admit, I mean, this is pretty sharp, you guys. Like, come on, that's pretty good. So if you are a realism artist, I've taken what I would call a realism portrait of a woman, and I've taken it and put it into the Tattoo Stencil app and just directly into this printer, and it did an amazing job. I didn't have to actually trace anything out. I could potentially just put this on someone and get going. I'm definitely not doing that. There are way too many ribbons in this thing. All right, so I'm not doing that. Does anyone want this tattoo? I mean, I'll do it. I'll do it. All right, guys, so this could be really exciting for you, especially if you do portrait work. I feel like the ATS886 RTP is an amazing tool. It gets the best resolution I've seen so far. It does use its own paper. I do recommend buying their own paper. The Spirit paper is very challenging to feed through, although it will print on it in the higher settings. Their paper, though, this is at the lowest setting. I got a beautiful print. I really want to give them a fabulous review in terms of the resolution of this thing. So very, very nice job. Yilong Tattooing has come through with an amazing printer that can really help out those realism artists. If you want to get your amazing high resolution printer on yilongtattooing.com, don't forget to use our link in the description below and use code FLOATY at checkout. Thank you guys for watching. Support me by liking and subscribing. Take care. Bye-bye now.
Thank you. Bye.